Stock Santa here with a little bit of life advice if you were in your 20s. You need to start doing two things. You need to start investing and you need to start exercising. They're much more related than you think. If you don't care about the stock market, but you know you don't want to work forever, you need to save this video and you need to pay attention because I'm about to give you the easiest investment portfolio of all time. You know, there are a lot of old people who come to my gym and you can tell whether they've always lifted weights or if they're new to lifting weights. The 80-year-olds who've lifted weights their whole life, they're strong. They're bench pressing, they're leg pressing, they're moving around with ease, they're not bent over, they're not in agony. The 80-year-olds who can't open a jar of pickles, you can tell. They have personal trainers, and the personal trainers are like, okay, you're going to stand on one foot. Now you're going to stand on the other foot. Sit down on the bench. Stand up. Sit down. Stand up. I'm not making fun of these people. I'm glad that they're there. But there's two different types of people, right? There's the ones who have done it their whole life, and there are the ones who are 80 now, and they're afraid, and they're weak, and they want to live a little bit longer, or they want to live a little bit longer in a higher quality of life. They don't want to be in pain. They don't want to be weak. And their doctor says, you need to start lifting some weights. That's why they're there, to prolong the inevitable. They don't want to die, and they want to enjoy their time and have strength. Same thing is true for investing. You need to start that shit when you are young. So when you are old, you have a more comfort, higher quality of life. You're not stressed, you're not worried, you're not anxious. You've got that financial cushion, just like you have your strength cushion to fall back on. You know, older folks who have big surgeries when they get older recover a lot faster when they've had a life of exercising and eating well and taking care of themselves. So you ready for my gift, the easiest investment portfolio of all time? Here it is. Now, some people are going to look at this and they're going to go, where are the individual stocks? Where's the technology fund? Where's the dividend fund? We can talk about that another time. For now, let's just get started. Step one is you're going to open a Roth IRA. This is a retirement account and an individual account. If you go to Charles Schwab's website and you go all the way over here to open an account, you'll see the options right here, individual, Roth IRA. Remember, the Roth IRA is just the account. It is not an investment. So you need to, step one, fund it. The max contribution per year currently is $7,000. I hear it's supposed to go to $7,500 in the next year. Fund it, then make your investments in what we'll talk about in a second is an S&P 500 index fund. Now, a lot of people go, what do you mean it's the max I can invest? The government tells me the max I can invest? Only for the retirement account. This account allows your money to grow tax-free. If you could put in endless amounts of money and have it grow tax-free, every billionaire on the planet would do this and they would avoid taxes. So you're capped for the Roth IRA. That's why you need the individual account. So when you have more money, one day, not just the $7,000, but you also have another $3,000 or $5,000, you can continue to invest in your S&P 500 in the individual account. That's why you want both. You also want the individual account because with the Roth IRA, you can't withdraw the money until you're 59 and a half. But what if you want to retire a little bit earlier? You're going to be glad you have that individual account. Step three is really easy. Just continue to invest in your investments for 30 years. Whether you lump sum invest, that means on the first of the year or whatever, you buy the whole position, or you dollar cost average, whatever works for you. Don't stop doing that. Consistency. Don't read the headlines. Don't listen to someone on TikTok who says, don't invest right now, everything's going to get... Just shut up, ignore them, and keep investing. Step four is at retirement. So if that's 60 years old for you, you start to move some of your money into safer investments. That means in the first 1, 2, 3, and 4 years, you would be selling around 10% per year. This is just to protect your investment. And then take that money every year and put it into a bond ETF. You can Google it. You can go on websites and look up bond ETFs. That's another discussion for another day because I don't want this video to get too long. And you would do that for 4 to 5 years. You would also need to withdraw whatever amount you need to live off of in retirement. So this 10% into the bonds is just to protect your portfolio. You'll need to withdraw more money from your S&P 500 index fund or other investments that you have down the road to live off of. This is called the 4% rule. After 4 to 5 years of doing this, my hat is falling. After 4 to 5 years of doing this, you should have around 50 to 60% in an S&P 500 index fund and 40 or 50% in a bond ETF. Once you have that set up where it's 60% S&P, 40% bonds, every year after that, you would withdraw from the bonds first to live off of, and let the stocks continue to grow. There are always what if scenarios, but you can't time and predict the future, so don't worry about it yet. This is just the basics. It gives you the foundation on which you can build upon down the road if you want. But don't overcomplicate things. Just get started and tune out the noise and tune out the people who are trying to scare you on social media about the world is going to end and the sky is falling. Just keep investing.